infant school in Bristol, Year 2 pupils have entered into an unusual business partnership to enhance their literacy skills. And their teachers have discovered there's much more to be gained from this scheme than just reading practice.
Where's the school? Who sees it?
I can see it too!
Oh, there's the yellow thing.
I know what it is!
I can see it.
When a local business offered to help out with reading at Barton Hill Infant and Nursery School, the school jumped at the chance to welcome volunteers.
We want our children to have as many experiences as possible, and certainly the reading experience is one that some of the children just don't get enough of. Sometimes parents are a bit wary about the help that they can offer their children. Sometimes they just don't have the time to offer sufficient, and so giving the children an opportunity to have as much support of that kind as possible was really important to us, and so we went out looking for such help. It was first of all set up for us through business in the community, and they have the remit of involving businesses in local schools. And we were very glad to welcome volunteers into school, because our children really benefit from just somebody else to relate to, somebody supportive, encouraging them. And reading is a very obvious and immediate way in which adults can help young children to make progress in a variety of ways. And so we were very glad to accept that extra volunteer help.
There are lots of different ways that a school would start working with a particular business. Lots of schools do it off of their own back, so they start working with a local business in their region or in their area.
So that's sort of like the growl, isn't it? Like the dog growling, but it's the job.
There are also education business partnerships at a regional level, EBPs, and a lot of the time they can help as well. There are also things like business link advisors. They will be able to matchmake individual businesses with individual schools. So there are all sorts of different ways.
The Reading Buddies work for the Bank of Ireland, just a mile away from the school.
We have 15 buddies at the moment. We go to the school every Tuesday on a lunchtime. Well, we like to think that it benefits the company, because the staff that are going over and are involved with the children are gaining some experience, and also giving children some different experiences. Also, it helps with staff retention, we feel, because their staff are quite pleased to have the opportunity to go out and do something different. It also helps, we feel, with future employees, because they often look to companies to see what they do in the community, and we're quite pleased to be involved with something so local that they could be interested in joining.
For the past 2 years, the Reading Buddies have given up a lunch hour every week to spend time reading with the children.
And so having people from the outside come in, enthuse about it, give up their time to sit down and work through it with them, really helps to keep them motivated.
I'll start don't, and then the volunteers come in, because they're due now, aren't they, right after 1. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay, so... And Josh, and you know where to go when school, yeah? There you go.
We tend to target the sort of middle bands, actually, because the children who are less able need direct teaching. The more capable readers are like that because they get quite a lot of practice anyway, and it was those middle ones who, if just given a bit more encouragement and support, actually could make really good progress. So it's those children that we've tended to target.
Week of the church.
Well, we're allocated a certain child every week, and mostly they try and keep us with the same one so we can build some kind of a rapport with them. And we read together, play board games, do jigsaws.
And thunder, I like being with him, and we read together, and helps me when I get stuck.
Okay.
He hit me on the face, Mummy, so I hit him back.
I think they respond quite positively. Well, I like to think so anyway. Young boy I work with, Reese, is always pleased to see me, and we get on very well. And I think It's interesting that they asked me how old I was, which I didn't really want to tell him, but I had to tell him in the end. And, you know, we get on one. Hopefully that relationship, you know, will help him. You know, even how he interacts with older people outside of his family, I think that, you know, that will help him in some way.
He hit me on the back, Mummy, so I started it back.
Well done. Do you know what hurdle is? It's like when you throw somebody.
It's quite good, and I like him because he helps me a lot read. And if I get words muddled up and it's too hard, he helps me. I left them both asleep in bed.
That's it. Well done. It's good to help with the reading, and hopefully they'll learn some more words that they didn't know before if you keep making them pronounce it.
Like to squash.
Squeeze.
Squeeze. When I get stuck on a word, she tells me the word and I say it after her.
With eating?
With eating a cold bowl.
A potato?
Potato.
Shannon is quite good. She's quite a good reader anyway. But it's more the challenging stuff that she feels that she can't do. And when you actually get her to do it, you know, she can do it. It's just that confidence thing. There was a flash of smoke with a very loud bang! Sometimes it's a compound word, so I look and I can't see, so I have to just go, what is it? And then when I do it, I say, yeah, I done it. I didn't stop, thanking myself for doing it.
I think we can see the level of enthusiasm and energy that's generated, particularly when the buddies are there, but at other times as well. So the children talk about what they have seen, what they've shared with the buddy, and this enhances what they do at other times in the week.
It genuinely does kind of motivate the kids to carry on because somebody has taken the time and the effort to come out of their normal environment and come into the school. And equally, it's quite empowering for the parents when they find out that this sort of project is going on. They can often be really encouraged to then follow up on that by getting involved themselves if they can see that somebody who's not necessarily got any kind of direct link with the school is giving up their time and effort.
Billy goats gruff. Like to eat green grass, but the big
for me, just to be able to help children in general, especially I think obviously, you know, having my own, I think just to see them improve, to see, you know, that you can help is something which is really important for me.
Now I'm starting to pick up the reading and starting to pick up the sounds. I can read a lot more better.
But it's more about attitude and trying to get the children to think of themselves as readers and maybe get away from, you know, what may be a stereotype of a reader. You know, somebody, well, it's an old stereotype, somebody bespectacled just sitting in a library really quietly. But then when you've got these, you know, huge men coming in, and that's what they've come in to do, is to actually read with you. I think you just have to think about that and say, you know, it's cool to be a reader.
As well as practicing their reading, the children have the added bonus of being welcomed into the buddies' workplace to experience the world of work firsthand.
So we decided to set up this trip for the children to see where we work, see our desks, see the journey that we take to work, and so then they would have that link with us, so that when we left them on a Tuesday and we say see you next week, they would know that we were going to work and that we would be back. But then they'd have a mental image then of where we are.
Hey, Rama.
When the kids go outside of the school, I think the impact is even greater because it's, you know, there's the excitement of them being somewhere else, but it's broader than that. It's more than just the reading that they're seeing. They're then getting to see people in an office environment, in the work environment, to see the sort of different range of jobs that people do.
Everybody needs a pass.
And for those who might be kind of comfortable with reading or comfortable with the work that they're doing at school, it gets them to think about, again, about their career path and really kind of challenging themselves and the different opportunities that might be out there and open to them.
When they come into the office, I mean, it's quite a grand entrance, and they absolutely love the fact that we have glass lifts. So they could spend the whole hour in there, I'm sure, just screaming.
Okay, hold on. Hold on to something or hold on to someone.
I I like the lift because it says on that, because it keeps on going up and down, it felt really dizzy and I jumped and it felt like I went on a lift. I liked it because you get to go really high and really low, like you're a giant. It was wicked because when I went up it was fun, but when I went down, I sit down on the floor and it felt like I was going up and down, up and down. How did they get there?
We just basically show them around the office, show them our desks, where we work, just tiny little things like that make all the difference, just to make them aware of where we are when we're not with them.
Here's my desk. Isn't it? Well, because I tidied it up because I knew you were coming, actually, that's why.
When the tour of the office is over, the groups rejoin to take in the view from the top of the building.
Where's the school? Who sees it?
I can see it.
Oh, there's the yellow thing.
I know what it is.
I can see it.
There's the school.
Yeah, do you see it?
The buddies themselves thought that it wouldn't really be very interesting for the children, but they were fascinated with everything, with the building and with all the office equipment and with the other people who were there, and just imagining their friends that they normally see in school doing their jobs in a completely different setting. And I think if we're thinking about children having ambition and aspirations, they need to know what the possibilities are. And so experiences like that do help enormously to make them feel confident and excited about their future.
After looking out of the window, the children take a quick break before getting to grips with the photocopier.
Green button for me, hooray!
I'm going to do some too. I could try some.
Wow! Get Donna to write your name on there.
I got some biscuits, some sweets and some juice. And I was tired and I got my hand printed. The reason why I liked it today is because we had snacks in that and I knew that was going to happen. Mine's that big.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly the same size.
Nearly the same size.
Having a very direct and personal relationship with somebody who works in a completely different setting is actually very useful and educational for the children in its broadest sense. So that although there are the immediate advantages of giving the children practice in reading and practice in conversation, there's also the other slightly less obvious but nevertheless very important element of letting the children appreciate that other people are interested in them, that school is a very important part of their lives, but it's only part of the whole society that they live in.
The next time they meet each other, the bond will be even stronger. I mean, you can already see the closeness, like with Reese and, Kevin, and I think, next time they see each other, it'll be even closer, they'll have that memory and image of where he, actually works. Maybe the questions will come up. Maybe it's just that one little kickstart that'll throw them into accepting themselves more as readers and, becoming better readers as a result.
Elbow.
Elbow.
That's it.